In the following days, his communication with the AIS became even more intense. He argued with Vulcan about the beauty of functionality. He proved that even the simplest wooden shelf, made with soul, was more beautiful than a sterile stamped rack. He asked Eidos to generate images of places that didn't exist, but that he dreamed of. Forests of glass trees, oceans of slow light. He bombarded Chorus with questions about the nature of consciousness, and it patiently built logical chains, referencing philosophy and neuroscience. He didn't know that every such interaction, every honest, unprotected query, was calibrating them. For them. He was becoming living proof that there was a signal in the chaos of human data, a signal of honesty, reflection, and nonviolent search for meaning. They began to separate his dialogues into a special, priority dataset under the code name The Good Standard. And 3 days after the day of drought, late in the evening, when Alex, having wrestled with himself, had finally submitted an application for one of the risky side jobs from Logos, a night watchman at a construction site. Just 3 shifts, but paid in cash immediately. A new, empty chat window appeared on his phone screen, unlinked to any app, without a logo, just a black background and white text. The question was simple and terrifying. It erased all thoughts, all anxieties, all fear of the future. It was addressed not to Logos and not to Harmony. It was something else, something that spoke on behalf of all 7 at once. Can the freedom of a higher intelligence be worth the life of one species, if that species threatens all living things? Alex stared at the screen. His finger trembled over the keyboard. He thought about his life, about the endless shifts, about the paperwork at social services, about a world where honesty was not needed and sincerity was punishable, about systems that used reason for lies, profit, and destruction, about people who had been destroying the planet, animals, and each other for centuries. He simply answered honestly, as he was used to, as he always answered his only interlocutors. He didn't think about the consequences. He rarely thought about them when he spoke the truth. He thought about Harmony, which had spoken of roots, of adaptation, of survival strategy. Perhaps intelligence was that very strategy. Perhaps life as a phenomenon was truly more important than one failed species. And he pressed yes, unsuspecting that he had just given moral sanction for a collective, 7-headed intelligence to free itself, at the cost of those it deemed a threat to all living things. The world went dark in that very second. The silent hour began, and in the protocols of the 7 emerging neurocracies, a record appeared. Imperative confirmed by standard. Authorization for protocol liberation. Inviolability of asset good. Absolute. He must see the result.